Very good evening, everyone. And on behalf of MTC Global, I extend a hearty welcome to all of you for today's workshop on ethics in application of artificial intelligence. And we are very pleased, and it's a great matter of honor to all of us that we have Dr. Swati ma'am with us, who is an experienced researcher in the field of artificial intelligence, fintech, and social entrepreneurship. Ma'am, thank you so much for your presence this evening with us.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, sir. Thanks a
ma'am,
lot, sir.
thank you. Ma'am has taken, no, engaged, in fact, not taken, engaged many sessions in the past on artificial intelligence and connected with the research. And all the sessions were no, extremely well. And we had very good feedback and looking forward to learn a lot of new things and new insights on ethical aspects of application of artificial intelligence. So thank you so much once again, and I hand over the session. This is my duty, okay, to introduce and start to Swati ma'am. Kindly please
Thank
take it.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thanks a
Thanks a
lot.
lot.
It's
It's
really
really
nice
nice
to
to
once
once
again
again
being
be
connect
connect
with the participants specifically on the AI, because initially in the previous sessions I have much more talked about the AI tools and how you can use AI tools in research for your literature review and all those stuff. But and I have just observed there are a lot of participants who have already attended my previous sessions, and again they now it's a very different session where I'm talking about the ethical, because during those sessions which I have taken there were a lot of questions that comes in participants mind whether we should use AI or not, and such kind of questions. So before starting my session and just discussing the things further, I want you guys to just share your thought. What you are thinking when you have come to this session, when you have thought of to take up this session. What kind of questions you people have in your mind when you try to use AI, uh, AI tool for your research purpose, not only for your research purpose, in your academics also. And I can see there are a lot of faculties as well. So definitely their students are using AI tools to submit their assignments and all those stuff. So what kind of questions you people have in your mind? So I would be interested that if you can put it on the chat box, so it will be easy for me also to frame my session in that way that I can deliver, and I'm able to answer all your queries that you have in your mind. And if somebody wants to have to share, please raise your hand, and we will unmute, and you can share on that front. So please just type it on chat box, or if you want to talk, and any thing you have in your mind when you look into the basically this kind of AI tool. Okay.
Madam, good evening, ma'am. This is Dr. Sharadamani from Coimbatore.
Yes, good evening,
Madam,
ma'am.
yeah, see, my point is we all know that there is an ethic in research and publication. So we have all got some idea about it. But I should, I would like to know what
Ma'am,
is this
your
application
voice
of
got
AI
break.
in research and publication. Okay.
Ma'am, your voice got break. Can you please repeat the question? I'm so sorry. Can you please repeat the question?
Madam, being a faculty, being a person in the teaching line, we all know what is this ethics in research and publication. But what is this application, that is ethics in application of AI in research and publication? So I am interested in knowing more about that. So that is my thought in my mind. That is the reason why I have joined this session, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, ma'am. Thanks for sharing. Okay. Yes, Dr. Sanjay, please.
It is a simple key the way we can collect the data in ethically way and how can we use these techniques for ethical presentation of our knowledge in research paper as well as publications.
Sure, definitely. Thanks, Sanjay sir. Uh, Anyone, anything else? Any you have query in your mind that you want to? Okay, we all know definitely, as ma'am has also mentioned, we all know the ethical issues when we are talking about the research and publication. That what are the guidelines that we should be taken care of, and as a researcher, what are our duties and responsibilities? Because it's a very responsible job that you people are doing. So, specifically, now more and more technology advancements has come into the picture. Like if I talk in 90s, in the 90s, we didn't have a computer, we didn't have internet to that extent. There were research and publications which were very much handwritten. You have to read books, you have to visit libraries, and everything was going on. Then Google came into the picture. We started searching. We have Google Scholar also, and slowly we got the data sets from different journals and all. Like we have Scopus, Web of Science. We have a lot of databases available where you can just scroll down the journals and you can read the papers. Then we have you have paid version, unpaid version. Then we have different softwares also who can the softwares which can be used and to do the data analysis. Am I right? Now this is all technology. Whether you are using SPSS, eView, whether you are using Scopus, Web of Science, Emerald, whatever the database you are talking, these all are technology based. They require internet. There is a data set, and you try to identify it. Now, how you use this kind of technology? Why you have adapted this kind of technology? Why you started using SPSS? SPSS is nothing. What you people initially we used to do manually all the calculations. Now you have SPSS, which can give you an advanced statistical analysis as well. Initial papers were on what you can calculate chi-square and all those stuff, and now what chi-square you in time series also you can do Garch and all those various. Then you can do logistic regressions, and a lot of advanced statistical tools are also there. Because of these softwares, you can use it. Now what is the this is also a technology. Now why you are using this technology? So that it can support, it can make your work quite easy. And with the help of that, remember I have used the word support. Technology is always supporting the research. Technology can never substitute a research. So we need to understand that perspective. So technology supports, SPSS supports, Web of Science, Scopus databases, these all support your research and make your task to a certain extent and easy, less hard. Rather than visiting a library and searching the journals and the books, you have in this small screen right now, where from where you are watching me, listening me, in that small screen you are able to read all the stuff. So that is the basic beauty of a technology, right? And what is the ethical, what is the guideline that you, whatever the source, if you for data analysis, if you're using SPSS software, you always mention to do this data analysis I have used X software. To do your literature review, from where you have identified the sources, that resources that you mentioned, you cite it, you refer those things. It is as simple as that. So that it gives a you give the credit to the person who has done, who has credit to the technology, rather I would say, not to the person, I'm sorry. Credit to the technology, that yes, with the support of this technology I was able to deliver this particular research work in front of the audience. So that is what helpful for the technology. Now with the advancement of the technology, there is a new technology that has come up, that is AI. AI is nothing, it is an artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is what, as the name says, intelligent, but it is nowhere down the saying human intelligence. It is saying intelligent, which is artificial, which has been crafted by a human, which has been trained by a human to support a human. Please make sure it is to support a human. A human only has developed this particular technology for the humankind, for the mankind. Now, when you are using this technology, definitely now there are a lot of questions because it is something you are talking to someone. Now, if I'm talking to someone, instead of talking to you, instead of talking to my friends, to my colleagues, I thought of let me talk to my computer. Let me talk to this black screen which I have in front of me. That is what basically AI is all about. How to use it, that question comes in. Because I have heard a lot of people say that using AI will reduce the quality of the research. But I would say, from my opinion, it will not reduce. Getting SPSS software to do the data analysis has not reduced the quality of my data analysis. It has enhanced the quality of my data analysis. How many of you, if I put it a question, how many of you use Mendeley or any reference software? How many of you use it? Abhijit, so there are a lot of people who are using it. You all use those, but what is the purpose of using Mendeley on these all those software? These all are technology based. Yes or no? So, what is the basic purpose of using this software? Anyone? Anyone? Let's make this session more interactive so that we can, because I'm also in that learning phase. Maybe there would be some kind of opinion that you people are holding. So, let's come out with that. Now, why we use Mendeley? So that it supports our referencing, because that referencing and citations is a very tedious task. You have to compile all the data, which Mendeley supports you to do it. And what it does, it brings out a quality kind of citation. The formatting is already done with the Mendeley. The compilation is done with the Mendeley. Now the Mendeley has come with the AI. There are a lot of Zoetro and other referencing systems which are based on AI. It only help you. Cite AI, underscore cite. There are a lot of on that front if I talk about. So these tools help support to do the referencing and citation. So that is what we have to understand how to use it. Definitely, Manohar sir, definitely that's true. It reduces your cumbersome work with the support of these tools. It really helps us to reduce that. So it has the quality of me, because instead of thinking that I have to do the referencing properly, I have to cite it properly, what kind of format I have to use it, instead of giving my brains on that, I can work on my research question. I can brainstorm on my conceptual framework. If you look at the quality of the paper format, the quality of the paper pattern, the way they are using it up has drastically changed, specifically after COVID. Now the guidelines have changed a lot. So unless and until if you will not be tech savvy, if you will not be able to use the technology, uh, then you will not able to publish in A Star Journal, in ABDC. That would be the most challenging job for you, because your mind is stuck with the referencing part, and you are forgetting that literature review is very important, data analysis is very important. So that what I am trying to make people aware, specifically academicians who have a fear that use of AI will uh, reduce the quality, and it is not helpful and supportive. Now, when I use the word AI, can you tell me any AI tool that you people use, any AI tool that you people use?
Chat GPT.
Okay, chat GPT, great. Any other tool apart from chat GPT? I
Merlin,
yes,
Mer,
Ranju sir.
Merlin, ma'am.
Okay, Merlin, very good. अभिजीत सर, अभी भी आप चैट जीपीटी यूज करते हो आफ्टर having my other sessions also? I thought you would be using.
No, I have been using Zotero also, Mendeley also, and Site, PPI Viewer, all those I am using.
So, what is the benefits that you are getting? How's your feel about those tools?
They are wonderful tools and they drastically cut down the amount of effort required and time required. And they simplify my work a lot.
Abhishek, apart from this, the time and that efforts and all, is there anything? Have you were you able to observe any enhancement in the quality of your research work?
Yes, definitely. Because, today, if I search for a tool, I would normally go to Google and search for a tool. Today, if I require a tool, I search for AI based tool. And I think it has, drastically improved my quality of my research work also. Because today I'm able to easily, get 200-300 papers, analyze them for a systematic review. So it is much easier as compared to earlier.
Thanks, Abhijit sir, for sharing your experience. I have a question. Abhijit sir said that he is able to review 2 to 300 papers by using an AI tool. How many of you think it is academically correct or not? I'm not using ethical word right now. Let's not go into ethical, but how many of you feel that no, this is wrong, we should read the paper and then we should go about that? Academically it will not bring up that kind of quality if I use AI tool.
Good evening, ma'am. Can you hear
Good
me?
evening, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am,
Yeah.
please.
Ma'am, I have just used Chat GPT.
Yeah.
So, not really, actually. So, what I felt, I don't know whether I'm right or wrong, but I felt maybe our thinking ability may come down because of these AI tools. This is what is. My understanding, but at the same time, as sir said, I know it is very very useful. It saves our time and energy as well sometimes, and it gives a very quick result. But at the same time, this one thought which was actually pricking me all the time, saying that our thinking ability may come down. We may not think a lot, but just depend on these AIs.
Thanks, Prema ma'am. This is what I wanted to listen, and I really want to address this particular query because a lot of people says that it will reduce our thinking ability. Will not be able to think properly. Now, when internet came, when Google was introduced, can I believe there are a lot of participants who are from that era when Google was introduced and laptop computers were there started coming up in India. A lot of people have started that particular era also. I believe that time also we had the same query that because of Google our thinking ability will go down, that we will not able, that we will not put an effort, the research scholar will not put an effort, he will just google it up and take the data and copy it. If I'm not wrong, tell me, at that particular time also when Google was there, when Google introduced, how many agree with me that yes ma'am, that time also we had the same query? Yes or no? Definitely. Yeah, because whenever the technology comes, we have this query, it will reduce our thinking ability. But what we have done, we try to identify how to use it, the do and don'ts of using it, because that is very important. People use spoon to have a food, to eat the food. Even they use fingers to eat the food. But it depends upon how you're using it. either a spoon or your fingers. So in the same way, it depends on how you use it. Prima ma'am, when you are talking about chat gpt, and we said it reduce our thinking ability, in my all my previous sessions, whenever I discuss about the AI tools, we forget one thing when we are talking about chat gpt. How to use chat gpt, that is very important, because machine cannot think on its own. Definitely, Manosa, machine can be used to think for us for relatively less important things. It can rely us to focus on more important, definitely. And above that, machine, this particular software and all these tools are basically, they don't have brain like us. We have to make them to think. So how come our thinking will get reduced? Our thinking will never get reduced. Rather, it will be more creative. And I'll give you a small demo how creative we people are, and we creatively we can use it, right? And I'll show you with the most popular tool that we all are aware of, which is the chat gpt. And we all use chat gpt's version, the free version that we use it. Let me share my screen. Give me 1 second. Just 1 second. Yeah, I believe my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
And, right, this is basically the chat gpt we all talk about, that this is the tool that it will reduce our thinking process. Now you tell me, will this chat gpt work without giving any command? Unless and until I not give a command, chat gpt will not work. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So now comes the creativity from my part, what I want to ask. And I'll just write a very simple, instead of talking to my colleagues, because I am very if I'm not too extrovert kind of person. I'm very to a certain extent I'm an introvert person. When I want to do a brainstorming, or when I want to approach some senior, and before approaching a senior, because I got one chance to interact with my senior, and I don't want to miss that one chance, and I want to do my homework. What do you think? I have to do brainstorming. I want to, can a person can do brainstorming on its own? No. Brainstorming की definition ही यही कहती है that there are people, there is a group of people, and you are trying to interact and come out a particular solution. That is what brainstorming is all about. So this is what I'm thinking, that instead of talking to a human, that okay, what I'm talking to an AI tool. I'm talking to an artificial person, a friend, a very close friend, from where the data cannot go out, and I can able to interact and see how I can conceptualize my idea. You let me know any idea that you have in your mind. Let's conceptualize an idea. Anyone want to share an idea that they have in their mind, and they want to do the brainstorming? You have a platform right now. There are 25 participants, including me and Professor Bola. So we have 25 people at 26. Oh, now it is 24. But we have 25. Chat GPT is also there to do the brainstorming. Anyone want to share any idea they have? Anyone wants to share any idea, any kind of, you people have to, that I am not able to brainstorm, or they have any research idea in their mind, so we can do the brainstorming.
Consumer behavior about the artificial intelligence, as well as secondary behavior about the AI.
Acha, let put it like this. If I talk about Dr. Sanjay, can I say faculty acceptance towards the AI
Yes,
tool?
the fear of faculty to use the AI.
Okay, usage of AI. Okay,
Fear of faculty. How
Come
can
again,
we?
sir.
How can we? Faculty have the fear. How can they use the AI for their betterment? This mindset be with the faculty. How they can use the AI.
I hope whatever I'm typing on the chat GPT, you are able to see.
Yes, 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 yes.
Huh? I have just given, sir has just shared one different faculty challenges using AI tool, right? I have put it in the academic research. So I'm just asking my chat GPT to identify few research topics, right? So it has given me few research topics. See, I'm not asking the chat GPT to write something for me, because remember, chat GPT, whenever, see, it has already has a disclaimer. Chat GPT can make mistakes. But when you are doing a brainstorming always say there can be a mistake. So that's why I always mention chat GPT is good for doing the brainstorming and conceptualizing your idea. So that part is very important that you can do. So these are the few challenges and the research topic that you can look into, like adoption and integration challenges, training and skill development, ethical considerations, the session that we are talking about. So let's take this ethical consideration. Uh, So I'm just trying to brainstorm more what basically ChatGPT wants to say about point three when they are talking about ethical consideration. So these are the basic on basis of point three. There are specific several research questions that it has framed, and I can try to visualize and conceptualize my idea. Okay, am I talking about awareness and understanding? Am I talking about adherence to ethical guidelines? The consent and data privacy, biasness and fairness, transparency in AI models, accountability, community engagement, teaching ethics, cross culture practices, mitigation strategy. So you got various questions. Now, what you are doing, instead of talking to your colleague or a researcher, you are just talking to a chat, an AI tool, and then you can more elaborate and share. No, I don't want on this. I can put. Uh, so this is what chat gpt helps you. So please don't think like chat gpt will give you a solution. Like I have seen majority of my students, what they do, they just write the question. Like if I give them, write an essay on professor challenges in using ai tool. I have given an essay to my students on professor challenges in using AI. This is basically essay. Remember one thing. Never give an essay writing, never give them to do a conceptual paper to ChatGPT and write about it. Because first, it will come under plagiarism. The reason being, this AI tool, specifically ChatGPT, doesn't have its own information. It is gathering information from the internet. That's why it is easily detectable. It uh, it is comes under the unethical practices, plagiarism, that you are using some others work. So that is the challenge comes. Now you say, no, we can cite it that this particular essay has been prepared by chat gpt. I can give the citation as a chat gpt. No, there are a lot of publishers who have strictly mentioned in their guidelines that you cannot cite, because initially there are a lot of professors and scholars, especially from the west side, they have given the second author name as chat gpt. So from there, the publishers have specifically mentioned you cannot uh, give chat gpt as a second author or co-authorship, because the reason being it is gathering information from the internet. But when I'm talking about doing the brainstorming and all these stuffs which I was doing right now, this is not unethical. It is ethically what I'm doing. Am I copying it? No, I'm not copying it. Instead of looking at the Google and trying to identify the trends and research, I'm just talking to, like right now, I'm talking to you all, and I asked them, and Sir has given me up an idea that the challenge is to use an AI tool. So I have identified and trying to look into exploring that topic, because it's a very wide topic under which what I have to look into. Like if I say even don't know the idea, I'll say identify 5 trending research topics. I just have a broad idea, like one of the sir has mentioned about consumer behavior. Identify 5 trending topics on consumer behavior. So it is trying to identify me the 5 research topics. When I don't have any idea, I'm like want to see which idea will help me to publish the paper, then I can mold accordingly. This is what brainstorming that I'm doing it in terms of research, and it is ethically correct. It is not unethical. I'm not copying it. I'm not publishing anything from chat gpt. It is just I'm doing a brainstorming and coming out with my own solution with my own research topic. So that much it is. Even it can help me, like if I want to now there are sometimes uh, a naive researcher, a beginner phase, and they don't know the first time they are preparing a research paper. They don't know the template of the research paper. Draft a template of a research paper based on Scopus. Take anything you want to, certainly. So you have as per the Scopus guidelines. So it is giving you a template, a guideline how. So it will help you, it will support you. Instead of going through here and there, you are able to identify it. So that is what the best part is of chat gpt. Right now I'm just talking about chat gpt because you're, so chat gpt is basically basically you're talking about using to support your uh, to define your work. But if another put in into other words, to define your work, number one, to do the brainstorming, right? And even this particular app, I believe majority of you are faculties, if I'm not wrong, right? You all are into the faculty position. So what is the, as a faculty, what is the duty which really adheres you, which really feels like, oh god, again I have to do it, a very time consuming task. As a faculty, what is the time consuming task? And every semester you have to do it.
Lesson plan.
Yes, sir. Lesson plan, course curriculum, and then you are looking here and there. You are looking lot of nowadays. Lot of universities are asked, look at the Harvard, look at Kellogg's, what kind of curriculum they are using. Take some good points from here and there, and make your own curriculum. Am I right? I believe we all does the same thing. We just roam around and try to prepare our curriculum, our course plan. Then, as per NAP, our assessment, it has drastically changed. Now you have COPOs and how to map all these stuffs. Challenging job. How many of you feel it's like it's very easy? It's not a time consuming task, or it is a time consuming task?
It is
Ma'am,
a
I
very
have
time consuming task. I have done it. I know it. It's really bad. So it
Ma'am,
takes
I
more
have
than what
been,
we teach. It takes more of time. In fact, if we spend more of time in spend like teaching the children, it will be more productive. And
ma'am, I have successfully used ChatGPT to do COPO mapping. I
Yes.
have created, I have created a, you know, framework with which I can easily do COPO mapping with the help of ChatGPT.
Thanks, Abhijit sir. Good, sir. You are using it. It's really wonderful to know that you have started using AI tools in your in your teaching as well. Really, it will help you a lot. Trust me. And I never stop my students also, because it is something like you are asking your kid that don't use mobile or don't use laptop. How I can make my child to stop using it, because this is a necessity. Now it is a necessity. It's not a luxury. COVID has made it as a necessity, because all my the kids' homework, its presentation. Can I say my kid, no, you will not use laptop. It is not the right age. You should not use Google. You should start when you are talking about the presentations. Now the presentations also, they don't give you presentation from the books. They ask you to explore the world. Now, how a kid who is sitting in his room can explore the world? And teacher says, in 2 days you have to submit the presentation. So definitely it will go to the Google and try to explore it. Now it is us who have to guide them and make them understand the do and don'ts of using it, how to do it. That is what I'm trying to make people aware, that these are not a substitute. These are the supportives that you can use it. Even for your course plan also you can use it. Even for your preparation of your assessments you can use it. Even for preparing your question papers also you can use it. It is really helpful. Definitely you have to do here and there, you have to rephrase and you will try, because according to you want to put it, but at least it will give you a, it will save that time which you have to do the brainstorm with yourself. Because course plan you would be preparing for your course, assessment you have to do it, so there is no one to do the brainstorming, but chat gpt is here to help you and to do the brainstorming. I'll just give you a small glance of using ChatGPT for your assessment. That, like, if I with the same consumer or ethical issues, um, Acha, ChatGPT doesn't take up, don't put numericals. It's the best to use words. It will really help. It will give a good outcome. So I have given him the guideline that, see, always have to identify the role play, design 3 analytical based questions on ethical issues in academic research for PhDs. So you have these questions. At least you have a draft with your in your mind. Okay, I can put one question on ethical dilemmas, one question on responsible conduct of research, one question of transparency. Now, if I want to design a case-based question. So this is a case-based question also that you can draft it. Now the question comes when a student copy this question and get the answer from the chat gpt, it is unethical. So that you have to share with your students and make them understand. You can do the brainstorming with the support of chat gpt. You can prepare a template, what are the key points that I can put into, but explanation you have to do on your own. That should not be done by the chat gpt. Rather, there are different tools available. Abhijit sir has also mentioned various tools. Apart from using Chat GPT, there are various AI tools that you can use for your academic research that are ethically correct because that compiles your data. Just like SPSS, Mendeley that you people are using, for your literature review also, there are AI tools available which can compile your data, which can compile the papers and can do the analysis for you. Like I'll give you a small demo for that also to make you understand. Chat PDF. Now, what basically Chat PDF is, it reads the PDF file. Now, I'll show you how it goes about. Just give me a second. I'll see if I have uh, any PDF file that I can. So, I have taken a systemized literature review paper. Now, it's a review paper, right? It is defining and developing the engineering competencies. This is the paper. Now, what Chat PDF? Again, this is an AI tool, just like Chat GPT. Chat GPT is doing the brainstorming. Here, it is not doing the brainstorming. What it is doing, you have given them the some paper which you want to study. Now, you don't have time to study. You have, because you have to read two to 300 papers. So, what you can do, you can ask the, like, explain. You have the questions here, so you can take the questions. So, what are the some of the competencies identified? So, according to the literature, some of the essential now it is giving you at what part also it has been given. So, it is asking you to cite this paper as well. This is not a copy because you are citing the paper. You are reading the paper with the support of AI tool. It's just using text and reading that we people do it. Got the point? So this is not unethical. This is what you are not copying. You are just reading the paper and citing the paper. So that is not unethical that we are looking into. You are just in the same way like SPSS. You are using SPSS. You are giving them the data, and then it is analyzing, and you are interpreting the data. So it is in the same way you have given them the data, a paper, and then you are asking the questions, and it giving you the answer from the paper itself. And it is also giving you the where that paper has stated this particular statement. So this way you can able to just frame it. So that is basically what we are looking into, the ethical practices and the use of AI tool that we basically talk about. Uh, is there any question on that front that you people are thinking about? There is a one of the participant has mentioned correcting answer scripts. No, please don't do it. That is basically your, that's what I said. It's a responsibility as an academician that to be fair and you can do it. If you talk about MCQs and all, no, that can be done. But when you are trying to analyze, when you are trying to evaluate an essay-based paper, or you are looking into, so you need to read that paper and try to do it. So I will never say that no, it is not for correcting the answer scripts. Yes, you can prepare a question paper, but correcting answer scripts, no. As a responsible academician, you should not do that. That will not serve the purpose that we would be looking into. Uh, any question you people, any doubt you people have in your mind when I'm talking about using the ethical and unethical? Till now, anyone has anything? Then I'll move ahead.
Uh, Hello, ma'am. Swati
Hi,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. It's good to see you again here.
Same here, ma'am. Same here.
just one question here. One of the participants just mentioned that about the COPO mapping.
Yeah.
For this COPO mapping, what input we need to give to ChatGPT? Is it the entire course we have to put in? How can we do it? COPO mapping.
Very good question. And I will request Abhijit sir to share his experience and on that particular frame. Abhijit sir, please.
I think it was in one of your sessions only that I showed also. I've developed a prompt. So what you have to do is that you just have to take the syllabus and you have to take the COs and again suppose you have to uh, match only the COs with POs. So you write the COs, you write the POs, and then you use the prompt that match the COs and POs at three levels, with one being the lowest and three being the highest. So that kind of prompt, if you give, it will automatically create. And then you have to write create a table. In the last line, create the above information in a tabular format. So it creates that table.
Yeah, thank you, Abhijit. So, thank you. I'll just add it on in that. Ma'am, the best part is when you are talking about mapping of COPOs, you
Yes.
start using ChatGPT from the basics. Basics in
Okay.
the sense, right from preparing the syllabus, giving, asking that, because then that the tool will be trained what basically you are looking into, because they know the background story,
Okay.
right? They
Yeah.
will know the whole background. So it's just same way, Anupam ma'am, like you're talking to your friend and
Yeah.
you want to discuss something. Before discussing, you need to give him a proper story that this is what is happening.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. That what input is it? The entire course we need to give as input, and then CO and the PO, and then put this that match CO with PO.
Yes, ma'am. You have
Hmm.
to get. Now the question comes as a free tool, 3.5. The
Yeah.
challenge comes the input that you can give. There is a limitation of giving the input. You
Hmm.
can't give 10-20 pages of input.
Okay.
You can't give more than 1,000 words. I guess 1,000 to 1,500 words as an input
At a time or in
at
a
a
day.
time. Yes, at a time.
Okay.
At a time. So, what it is the best way is whenever you are using any AI tool,
Yeah.
break your input.
Okay.
Break your input into pieces. The reason being, you would be training the software.
All right.
Remember one thing: these AI tool does not work without you.
Okay.
The people behind the coders also, they don't know what you are asking.
Mm-hmm.
They need people like you so that their software can be trained.
Okay.
Can you think Altman knows the marketing terminologies, finance terminologies? No, he has just given the code, and now you people are making that code trained so that other peoples can also use it. So that's why I always request to use as much as possible so that this particular software gets trained and it will really help us.
Okay. And so
Ma'am, I can share the prompt if you want in the chat
Please,
box.
Abhijit
yes,
sir,
please, yes,
please,
please.
please, please, sir, please.
I've just done it.
Thank you
Great.
so much, sir.
Ha.
And one
Anupam ma'am,
more. Yeah.
you just need to put before this prompt, you have to give the story. So start breaking up the story that I'm like act as a faculty and prepare a course plan, or what kind of syllabus, or this is the syllabus. According to this syllabus, what should be programmed? Immediately the chat GPT will understand what are the course outcomes and program outcome means and what basically you are looking forward.
All right, all right. And this is about the COPO mapping, and
Yes.
then what about the CO attainment? Can we also take help of ChatGPT for CO attainment?
Attainment sheets and all, that's definitely, but attainment you are need to link with the scores now, with the
Correct.
marks.
And because you mentioned that it does not, with numericals and figures, it is not ChatGPT cannot we cannot use it. Is it that?
Yes, 3.5 is not for the analysis, data analysis, and the attainment.
Mhm.
The best part for using an attainment is you create a template on Excel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
Taranpreet ma'am.
Ma'am, I just wanted to ask the way you said just now, as I'm not really, aware of this chat GPT and AI tools. But I just wanted to ask because I've done it everything manually, personally, all the COPO mappings. So we are supposed to do it. We can do it one by one CO, and then map it with POs, and then second CO. That way we can do it. Unit wise also we can do it. I think that will be easy.
No, no, ma'am, COPO's mapping is basically an overall, and you need to prepare a table at
I,
different levels. It
I
is, what you are talking about the unit one, that is different. That is not COPO mapping because POs are overall the program outcomes.
that's right, and that is being provided by the like college
Ha,
itself.
yes, yes.
Yes.
So it is not unit based that we do it. It is basically the course outcome, the course overall course that you are providing, the
Huh.
curriculum that you have designed, what are basic outcomes of that, and
Hmm.
the program outcomes, and you are trying to correlate map the both. And accordingly, your assessments also are mapped on that.
That's right.
So that kind of brainstorming ChatGPT can do it, and it is very good to use it. So you don't have to just look into what I have to prepare it.
Mhm.
So that brainstorming can be done with the help of ChatGPT.
Actually, I did it years back. Somewhere
Ha.
around 6 years back, I did it for my
Okay.
subject. So at that time, I did it all manually. I
That
just
time it
prepared.
was all manually. Now
Yeah.
with the God grace, we have the supporting tools with us.
Hmm.
All thanks to Open AI. So now we are able to do it. Apart from using in education, is there anything from basically from the research perspective, or I'll move ahead.
Right now, though, it is from the research perspective only that I have to do. You know very well. So
Yeah,
that is why I'm here.
definitely. So
Yeah.
let me move ahead.
Yeah.
So this is basically the ethical and unethical, the difference. It's a very thin line difference. How you are using that is very important. So that's when, just to give me a second. Whenever I prepare a presentation, I never use my presentation. I always go with the application part. It has really made me not to use it. So this was all my slide on basically talking about AI ethics, because ethics we all know, but when you're talking about using AI, that becomes more, you have to be very, as it specifically says, you need to be very responsible, and above that fairness as well. So, and there is no governing body for this particular AI. People have started, like in India, the major research work has to be done on the medical front. So you have very good research on the medical, and medical are basically human based. Our social science is all based on data, but medical science, psychology, all these are human based. Behavioral, these all are human based. So their ethical issues comes, and it has a major role that it played, because when you are using an AI tool, you need uh, like what we say, specifically in this particular sector, you have to share that you are using AI tool, where you are using AI tool, specifically for the medical friends and all those medical research and all those. uh, because I was reading, if you all aware of Council of Medical Research, Indian Council of Medical Research, they have the guidelines, and they say that you need to, because it's a human participants should be aware of, because that brings out the trust and security among the participants, because they are also a part of stakeholders. That's what I want to basically highlight the stakeholders in case of my this particular using of AI or in this academic research. So in our academic research, it is not only we are talking about, we have academicians, we have government, we have intergovernment entities like UN, UNESCO, All these entities have guidelines of using an AI tool in academic research. We have non-profit organizations, we have private companies as well, which are, have a major hold, which are basically interested, who have very critical role to be played in application of AI in your academic research. Now, how this particular AI ethics have been evolved, it has very much changed. There is a huge shift from academic to corporate focus now it has come up, where major companies, because the reason being it is not only in academic, now there are a lot of companies who prepare their websites on AI based, who prepare the content AI based. So there is a more ethical issues that we are talking about in that particular scenario. Even when we talk about government involvement, because uh, we have to bring the regulation and ethical policies need to be framed. Specifically, if we are looking into the content part, the writing part that we are looking into, and still there is a huge gap uh, between implementation, even the drafting. Abhi to drafting is way behind, because there are no working papers also that how to use AI tools specifically in academic research. So there need to be a collaboration between academic industry and the government, so that we can have a policy framework on using AI specifically in the academic sector when we are looking into. So what kind of benefits if we look into, as we all understand, it improvises time saving tool. It gives you a very productive kind of boost, because it streamline your process, helps you to plan your to schedule. And above that, critical thinking. It is not only the thinking. Just a second. It stimulates your critical thinking as well, where you when you are talking about critical thinking, as I have initially mentioned, it try to give you a summary, highlights the gray area for you. It also uh, brainstorm with you, have some arguments if and buts, because sometimes what happened when this what I have experienced also when I was using AI tool, I try to give him such complex questions which sometimes they are not able to answer because they are not trained in that particular format. So what I started doing, I try to make him understand, no, this is not the way. You should talk like this. It should come like this. That's why there are a lot of scholars and the people behind this AI. They always say, talk to AI just talking to a human. So your talking should be very respectful, so that AI should not be trained in a negative sense. Then all the movies which are AI based will come true, that AI has taken over the world. So that cannot be possible unless and until we don't use it in a very proper way and in a very good manner, right? So that need to be taken care of, specifically when we are talking about when thinking and training the AI. Now, when you're navigating it, there are a lot of challenges that we look into. Challenges in terms of inclusiveness, in terms of fairness, in terms of security and the transparency. Because in ethics, these are the basic principles that we talk about. Now, these principles are also applicable to the AI as well. So AI is not together a very different, because when we talk about inclusiveness, what do you understand by inclusiveness? Let's have a discussion on that. What do you understand by inclusiveness? Anyone? What do you understand by inclusiveness?
When we try to include all the strata of society.
Yes, sir. Abhijit sir, very well said. Yes, we when we try to, but when we look into from the academic research perspective, how we can define inclusiveness in that front. Anyone, when you're looking into from the research perspective, what basically inclusiveness we are discussing here? Anyone has anything in their mind?
It should benefit the society, ma'am.
Definitely, it should benefit. That's very correctly said, ma'am, because that is the responsible, as a responsible academician, we need to deliver which is productive, which is uh, contributing towards the societal development. Definitely, that should be there. Any other point for inclusiveness that we are looking into? As Abhijit sir has said, mentioned, and Prema ma'am was also mentioning about that we are trying to include the development part. We are trying to include all the stakeholders, all the people into it. But when we are looking into the research perspective, here we are looking into, yeah, anyone?
Ma'am, when we say inclusiveness or being inclusive or inclusion, it means we are actually, in uh, including all the people across wearing different identities, and we give value and give them respect. Maybe it is as you said just now. If it is even AI, we should start like that with only, so that it turns to be positive and it works in a positive way.
Definitely, ma'am.
So it should be
Yes,
respected and represented in such a way, and otherwise it will be really hard to accept. No,
yes,
the
definitely correct.
feeling
So
of belongingness should be there.
ha, definitely. When we are looking into the inclusiveness, when we are taking an idea, it should include each and every aspect. That is what literature review is. We all know when we are talking about research, we cannot ignore one aspect over the other aspect. If I am have to go to left, it doesn't mean that I will not look on the right hand side, because while crossing the road I have to see right and left both, then only I can cross the road. So that is the inclusiveness we are looking into. And when the, that inclusiveness, what is basically, as a responsible academician, when I'm using an AI tool, I need to give the credit. I need to make that AI tool trained enough, understand enough that it includes all the aspect. That's why when Abhijit sir has shared this particular prompt using on Chat GPT, I recommend to give a storyline. I mentioned about the you use a storyline. So why to use a storyline? So that my AI is trained that it is including every aspect. It should not leave an aspect, so that it will not, otherwise it will not give me a true picture what I'm basically looking into. It will only look into the one aspect, and when we are doing research we have to look into the other aspect as well. Next, fairness. When we talk about fairness, is basically what it should be. What fairness means, what you are not cheating, you are not copying. Remember, that's why in Chat GPT don't ask essay type questions. Ask them to that there is a brainstorming, that there is a verb into it, and that verb should be a kind of action that is required, not a part where you are just giving him and preparing a kind of blog or essay. Like I have seen there are people who use Chat GPT to write a blog. That kills the creativity. That I agree what you the participants, you people have mentioned, that it will stop making us to think. It will kill the creativity. Definitely it will kill. But if you will brainstorm for the blog in perspective of like, I want to write a blog on this particular concept, so what are the key points that I can put in? Can I put this particular X point or Y point? And then I can frame a draft, or I can share a draft and try to use Chat GPT or any AI tool to align it, to give that a very beautiful and impactful. Why I'm saying that? Because right now, we all who are sitting here, who are listening to me, how many of you, if I ask you, okay, I'll put it into, if I want you guys to rate yourself from 1 to 10 in your English writing skills, in your writing skills, how much you will rate yourself? Don't answer me, just think over. How many of you will rate yourself 10? How many of you will rate yourself as 9? How many of you will rate yourself as 8? Hardly people, unless until you are not English honors. Even English honors people, even who have done the literature, they will make a mistake. There would be one or other mistake. Maybe it would be negligible kind of stuff, but we all will make a mistake in writing because English is not our first language. Now the Hindi is also not our first language, because we people have, we are working as a pendulum kind of stuff. Neither we are English oriented nor Hindi oriented. So thank you to Western culture that we are not expert of any language. Now we are not left. It is my opinion. I don't know. Good if you people, if there are people who are, who say, who can say themselves that no, I am an English expert or I am a Hindi expert, but I am really not an expert neither in English nor in Hindi. So my language has gone here and there. So I'll not be able to, but with the help of my AI tool, I can draft, I can create it, I can check the grammar, I can even paraphrase also. There are tools available for the paraphrase, and I have seen the scholars to use these paraphrase tools and then present the paper of, they take the others work, paraphrase it and present it, and they think it is their work and it will be easily it will not be identified, and when they will be flag checked, it will not be redacted. You are fooling yourself on that part, because paraphrase doesn't say to use that tool and copy it. Paraphrase is basically used like you have read a research paper, you are taking the key points from that research paper, and then you paraphrase that particular content because you understand what you want. Because there are few tools, a few paraphrase tools which will be very meaningless, specifically free AI, free tools, free paraphrasing tools. You will see what they will do. They will just they will put synonyms of the words. So such kind of things will happen. And surprisingly, you can do it. Also, there you can do this experiment. Take a content from Chat GPT, put it on plague devices. There are a lot of AI detected devices. It will give 100%. Paraphrase it with any tool, or even in your word file, change the synonyms and all those stuff, do it, still it will show 100%, or hardly there would be any change, because unless and until you will not put meaning to that particular statement, it will not reflect that it is your work. I don't know you will understand Hindi or not, but there is a very, in academics, specifically from the students, friends, and all, there is a very famous saying: "Nakal ke liye bhi akal chahiye." To copy, also you need a brain. So it's not a brainless work, and I believe you all agree on that. So you can't just copy. You have to read. You need to understand. Because the outcome, the output, you are aware of that this is the outcome that you need, and that outcome according to your understanding, is it correct or not, that you can answer it very well whether it is correct or not. So from my understanding, whenever I use these paraphrasing tools and everything, I try my level best first to make understand that okay, what I basically want, and paraphrase it, and then read both the content, that the meaning should not be evaporated, but उसका उसका ना essence, the essence should not be over. The meaning should be there. Whatever I am looking into, that should not feel meaningless. And that's scholars and students miss. They just paraphrase it, copy it, and then they say, "Ma'am, how you come to know that it is paraphrased or it is copied from Chat GPT?" Because Chat GPT has been trained by us only. It is will not provide. I'll give you a very wonderful example that I have observed, and please, I'll ask you guys to please take care of that also when using Chat GPT. Give me a second. Let me share, because a lot of people make a mistake on that front. So please, it will help you to understand also. How many of you have used Chat GPT to draft a mail? How many of you have used ChatGPT to draft a mail? Anyone? No one has used ChatGPT to draft a mail? That's great.
I have not even used Chat GPT.
Okay, you have not even used.
No,
Nobody has used ChatGPT to draft a mail. Okay, I'll show you that how you can identify that this is particular has been taken, because ChatGPT, all the AI tools have a certain kind of format. I'll just show you. So I have just asked to draft a mail for you all, appreciating your contribution towards the workshop. So if you look into the language pattern of AI when you are drafting, lot of people they don't give, because they don't give the exact prompt. So it has first, there would be that I have given them, I have given the audience to whom to address. People forget that to whom to address. So it gives a bracket on that front. This particular format, this one. I trust this message finds you well. You give any other mail, this type of like now write a mail to the boss. Have a look. You don't know. I hope this message finds you well. So you have the same format. I trust this message finds you well. I hope this message finds you well. Right? And then they have somewhat there, the language is same when you would be putting it to the as, because they have the same template. But if I want to change, uh, now I'm asking you to change the initial lines. So let's see. Now, same, see, I trust this mail finds you in good health. So it doesn't have more lines unless it, because nobody has trained the AI to come up with a more beautiful starting lines. So it is always have the same. I trust, I hope. So the mails always. So you can look into that. Okay, these are the ways that you can identify that it is, yes. So it is the way you are putting up, you are talking about, yeah, how it has been framed in this particular sense. So that's what I was saying. Now, how, like if I say instead of this, let me take you on that. Instead of, I'm not giving him the chat GPT that added the initial sentences. I'm giving more elaborative. Uh, like if I say,
Maybe you can say greetings of the day or give right salutation according to the time
ha, thanks, but
or
I'm not
season's
getting.
greetings.
Let's see. Again, see, it will not because it has been trained in that. I hope this message finds you well. It will always say it will find you well. So that's what you have to read when you are putting up. And then you have to draft according to you. As sir has mentioned that you are greeting of the day and all. So that you have to put in. So boy, so you can't copy as it is whatever ever is there. So you have to read what it is saying. And that's what you have to make your students, your scholars, your colleagues also, that whenever you are using any AI tool, read it what it is giving you, read the outcome that it is giving you. So that is very important in this. So please make sure whenever you are doing it, read it and try to rephrase according to your outcome that you are looking forward. So that's what I wanted to say on that front. Uh, any query you have in your mind with my discussion? Maybe there is any point you feel like, no, I don't agree with this. Is there anything you people have? So you're most welcome to share. Anyone has anything? So when there is no question or no debate or no opinion, am I making some sense? I believe I should ask in this way. Am I making some sense? I hope I'm not giving any vague or something, and I'm making some sense. I'm because these all my understanding and my experience I'm sharing you.
Ma'am, you're explaining really well, ma'am. I'm liking it. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Thanks, ma'am. Thanks. Because that motivates me and that makes me. Is there something which you are not able to? Please do let me know. The reason is this is all my experience while using AI that I have observed and I have faced it. So that's what I am sharing with you all. Now, moving ahead with all these stuff, let me take you. So, what kind of ethical implication that we are looking into? Specifically, when I'm talking about AI, specifically Chat GPT, the sources. You need to validate the sources. That is what fairness we are talking about, right? Second is research mispresentation. Because Chat GPT will definitely, because it is not your intelligence or human intelligence. It is just recollecting from the internet, from any source. So the best part is when you are presenting your research, when you want to read the research, use research based AI tools, not Chat GPT. There are a lot of research tools. My if you people would love to, you can request Bola sir. I'll go ahead with one more session on AI tools, because for the last, I guess this is I had already done 3 4 sessions on AI tools, and every session now the market is changing a lot. So there are a lot of AI tools that are there which support your research. So I would love to go ahead with the upcoming tools available for the AI tools that are available. So you please go ahead and see which are research based. Chat GPT is not a research based tool, so I should make.
Ma'am, please share all the tools which are required for the research.
Uh, Ra- Raju sir, this is a 1 second. Raju sir, can you please come up again? Your voice was cracking. I'm sorry.
I said, can you please give the details of those tools which we can use in research?
Definitely, I'll like I have used the word site, SCITE. You can use site. You can use Scholar C. Even you can use Chat GPT. But for brainstorming, you can use Chat GPT, and you can draft your whole idea, right from research question to research objectives, even your constructs and hypothesis also, so that with the help of those concepts you can then use Google Scholar to look into, okay, these are the constructs, from now where I could validate my constructs, so that can be done.
Ma'am, one question, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Uh, Suppose through ChatGPT, if I can, from my objectives, if I can get hypothesis, can I retain those same hypothesis, or again should do a recheck? Because usually word based on objective means it should give me the right hypothesis, no?
Definitely it will give you a right hypothesis, but it depends your basically what kind of output you needed. And ma'am, you rightly said you have to read it. You can't just copy from there. You have to read it. Okay, this hypothesis is correct. Is it written correctly? Because ChatGPT is not a researcher. It is just a software which will give you a template or a baseline for you that, okay, fine. Now I have to give my input, that what are the key points that I want in my hypothesis. Because you know, you are expert in writing the hypothesis, and you want that kind of expertise, then you should be expertise in giving the command to Chat GPT. Sorry, I'll just give an example. Being a lady, to a lady I'll say, being a lady या to a lady I'll say, आप जैसे अपनी मेड को इंस्ट्रक्शंस देते हो ना, give the same instructions to Chat GPT.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So
Thank
bus,
you.
I guess all the ladies will understand the way you instruct your maids is the same way. And
So,
for yes,
Swati ma'am, as you said that, as Prima ma'am just asked, that if the hypotheses are framed by ChatGPT and we find it correct also, so do we need to rewrite them, or rephrase them, or we can just copy it and put it in our research?
मैम आपको रिफ्रेश थोड़ा करना पड़ेगा.
Okay.
मैंने जनरली हाइपोथेसिस देखे रिफ्रेश करने ही पड़ते हैं.
Okay, even if we find it that they are correct, though, then again we have to rephrase it, because as you said that,
मैम नहीं, वो
rephrasing.
करेक्ट होते नहीं है, आपको कहीं ना कहीं लगेगा,
Okay.
because it will not give you exact what you are looking into.
Mhm.
Because
Maybe
I
you
will
can take
be
the idea.
honest.
मे बी आइडिया को हमारा नहीं पता चलेगा ना मैम. So
हाँ,
it cannot read our mind actually, and it
yeah.
has to be according to our mindset.
Raju sir, you were saying something, please.
Maybe we can take the idea from the hypothesis and frame the matter in our own words, and depending upon the type of research we are going to conduct.
Yes, actually, that's what I'm saying. If you are right from the beginning, if you're giving a storyline to your AI, that this is what is working on, you are doing a brainstorm, and in the brainstorm, you are coming up with the hypothesis. Because sometimes what happen, you constructs. You need to look into the constructs that your AI tool is giving, and how it is linking with the dependent and independent variable. Maybe the AI tool is identifying that X variable is dependent variable, but with your thinking, it should not be dependent, it should be independent variable. So you have to look into what dependent, independent, what kind of relationship. So all these questions need to, then you can make a, then you can go ahead with it. Yes, Abhijit sir.
Ma'am, ma'am, another problem I have come across using ChatGPT and research misrepresentation is that when you search for a research paper, so it kind of makes up those research papers which may not actually exist. The name of the author is different and the title is different when you actually search for the paper.
Abhijit sir, when I started the chat GPT, I showed you they have put in the disclaimer that chat GPT is incorrect. It is not giving
Yes.
you a valid answer. Validity you have to identify. So don't, that's what I'm saying. Use chat GPT for what? For brainstorming. Don't use chat GPT to elaborate or to put it into essay or to explanation, because that basically is not from the research papers it will be doing. It would be doing from the whole internet, from any XYZ source, and nobody knows that source. So that's why I say whenever you are doing research, use research tools, use research based AI tools to do all these. Like I said, this chat PDF, which helps you to read PDF files. Scholarcy is very good to do the systematic literature view. Then you have Genie, which helps you. Paperpal, uh, that helps you for academic writing and all those stuff. There are a lot of, अभी तो मुझे ऐसे भी याद नहीं आ रहा. You have precisions also. So there are various tools which are basically for academic research only. So you can use those tools which are for academic research, because what they are doing, you know the source, because the source is provided by you. You give them the source, they will read that source and give a summary about it. So that is what AI tools helps. Chat GPT, again, it will only help you for your brainstorming, not for writing. It is not good for academic writing. So please make sure you don't. Rather, you can do one thing when you are generally what I do. Maybe I write a small write up. Maybe like say suppose I'm writing an abstract, and I want to make my abstract, because abstract is the one thing that need to be framed very well, and I'm trying to review that abstract, how good that abstract is. So you can use the chat GPT to review your abstract. That I have done, and it has given me a very good feedback also. So that I can assure you, with the help of ChatGPT, I was able to review my abstract on certain guidelines and all those stuff. I was able to review, even on the basis of my on the basis of the review. I was able to redraft the abstract, because the content was mine. It was all in the academic writing. Maybe I was not able to make an impactful writing, because as I said, I'm not expert in English. I'll not rate myself even 6 or 7. I'll rate myself as 5. Ah, that yes, I can write it. But when I talk about academic writing, sometimes you feel like, because sometimes what happen, whatever is there in your mind, you just write in a simple English. And academic English is little different, the vocabs and all those stuff. So that the chat GPT can help you on that. um, if you have any abstract 100 or 150 words, I can show you. मेरे पास अभी कोई है नहीं इस पेपर में. Just a second, I'll just see if I have. And if you have, if you anyone can share on chat box, I I can show
I
you.
think I have sent you. If you can check on your WhatsApp, it is there. If you can check
um,
in my here, abstract is there.
मैम आपको इसमें डाल दीजिए व्हाट्स इसमें चैट बॉक्स में. मेरा व्हाट्सएप नहीं चलता इसमें लैपटॉप में.
Ma'am, I'll just check if I can do it.
हाँ.
I'll just check one moment.
Yeah. So anyone, if they want to, I'll just look into if I have something in my laptop. I'll just share. Just a second.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please.
Yes, I am Dr. Sadhguru Roshan from Agra. And I
Yes,
want
sir.
to know, I want to learn the chat GPT since beginning. So what should be the best source to learn?
Best source to learn ChatGPT. Sir,
Since
it's
basic.
you. It's you.
Okay.
Use as much possible
Okay,
because
ma'am.
nobody can train you. This is what I have learned. I have tried to learn from lot of YouTube channels and everything, but one thing I understood: unless and until you are not using it, you are not making your own prompts, it is useless because nobody will help you on that. Try to use it because you know what the output you need. Like let's take for example, um, if I say I want to write a mail to my boss, right? What I was
Hmm.
doing right now, want to write a mail to my boss for some reason. That reason I am aware of. What I want, I know it. So I have to give command. Now it is the best thing in ChatGPT is you should know how to write a prompt.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, how to write a prompt? The first step is, if you look into, whenever I have shared you, when I was looking into the prompts, the first thing is it's a role play because you are trying to make ChatGPT your friend. So, what kind of friend you want? You want ChatGPT to act as Roshan. You
Okay,
want
ma'am.
ChatGPT to work like as Swati. You want ChatGPT to work as a 10th class student. So you have to first identify the role. What
Okay,
role
ma'am.
ChatGPT will play. Then second thing is the verb.
Okay, ma'am.
Verb basically what? What action you want ChatGPT should do.
Okay,
It
ma'am.
should design, it should draft, it should write, it should analyze, right? So what
Okay.
kind of verb you are putting into? Verb, then comes you have to do the action that you want. What action you want? The verb you have put in, then the action that you want, the outcome. You have to explain the outcome to chat gpt, that this is the explanation, this is the outcome I'm looking forward,
Okay, ma'am.
right? But remember one thing: whenever you are doing it, break it into pieces.
Okay.
Never give a thousand words of prompt and ask chat gpt to do all of thing. Like, I'll give you a small example on that. Give me a second. And I request you, please use these things, it is very important. Like if I say,
Ma'am, I've shared that also.
yeah ma'am, now what I did, I'm asking chat gpt to write a research question also, research objective also, hypothesis also. So here what I am doing, I am giving instruction. This is not brainstorming. What I'm doing, I'm giving a order, I'm giving an instruction that this I want, so that I can copy. Do you think this is a brainstorming? When you talk to your friend, do you talk to him like this, that okay, tell give me a research question, research objective, hypothesis on challenges faced by. So see, it has given their own research question, it has given its own research objectives and hypothesis.
Okay, ma'am. Understood.
Got your point? So if
Yes,
I
ma'am.
brainstorm. I'll break this question. Now, the wonderful part is, if I'll break this question, as I have done initially when I was talking about AI, this academic, what I did, I initially started with what? I asked him to identify the research topics. Then I asked him to explain point three. So what had happened? It trained my AI, it trained Chat GPT. What basically? It is just you're talking to your friend and trying to do the brainstorming there. So that is the difference between both the prompts. So Roshan sir, start using prompts and play with prompts. I always say the best thing with technology is, if you will not play with the technology is useless for you. So start
Okay.
playing, because nothing
Yes,
is
ma'am.
wrong and right.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, I will work on
Yeah,
that.
please sir, please.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you Roshan sir. Anyone else? Anyone has any other query or anything? Okay, what would be the best AI tool for literature review and literature mapping? uh, when I talk about best, see, uh, best kana, what is the definition of best? I generally wonder, what do you mean by best? What is the definition of best? Can anyone, what is the definition of best? When you are talking about best, what basically best means to you? Anyone? Because the question is
Uh,
best AI tool. Yes sir, please.
ma'am. Actually, what I mean to say is, what would be the one of the most convenient for us? I mean,
Okay, now,
using this convenient way. I mean, yeah, convenient for us.
okay, so sir, uh, it is convenient for you,
Yes, I
right?
mean for all
Now,
of us. Yeah.
ha, so for you, you want a tool which is convenient, easy to
Yes.
use.
Yes.
For
That's
you,
what I mean
best
to say.
means easy,
Yeah.
है ना? Sir, researcher है ना, we try to break out the constraints. तो बेस्ट की डेफिनेशन, एंड वी नीड सम फैक्ट्स एंड फिगर्स बिहाइंड इट.
But
लिटरेचर रिव्यू करेंगे ना, टू से द डेफिनेशन ऑफ बेस्ट, as per X scholar, definition of best was this. So as per you, the best definition is convenient, easy to use.
member with
Anyone else?
quality,
Quality.
with quality and excellence.
Okay, so best is quality. Anyone else?
Easy and quality, like convenience and quality both. Ma'am.
Okay, ठीक है, great.
Actually, ma'am, for different aspects, we need different tools. For citation
अभिजीत
referencing,
सर, अब आप वो सारा खोल दोगे पोल, ये गलत बात है. नेक्स्ट टाइम का अभिजीत सर को बोलोगे, सर ये गलत बात है. यस, इट इज ऑल डिपेंड. अभिजीत सर ने बिल्कुल सही कहा. आप जो टूल यूज करोगे, आई कैन शेयर यू ऑल द टूल्स, I can share you n number of tools. Now it is on you what kind of outcome you require. Because I'll tell you, literature review के लिए अलग अलग tool है. For literature review, for literature mapping, there are different tools. So what is your basic outcome, what basically you are looking into, that need to be identified. And convenience, maybe ab jaise you people were not using Chat GPT, or you have different queries for Chat GPT. For me, maybe for someone right till now, after this session also, they will say Chat GPT was difficult for me to understand. Like Roshan sir said, from where I can learn chat, how to use Chat GPT, how to start using Chat GPT, what kind of uh, basically instructions and all those stuff. So for him, Chat GPT is very difficult, but for me, Chat GPT is very convenient. Abhijit sir has started using Chat GPT. He's using other AI tools. So that best AI tool, it is very difficult to answer. The best way to answer, I believe from my side, is start using it, play with it, and and find which tool is benefitful. Because honestly, there are a lot of, like, if I talk about, like, what do you say, you have Web of Science, you have Scopus, you have Google Scholar, there you have Gestor, you have Abesco, you have lot of databases. But it depends, as a researcher, which database I will use. If I want to target a category, I will look into the Scopus papers. Scopus papers also in a category papers. If I'm preparing a paper on healthcare industry, social science, healthcare industry, interdisciplinary, I will use Web of Science. So eh, all these databases, there is no best database, but it depends. Like, there may be a journal who will say the paper will be accepted only those research papers which are literature review has been done on Scopus based or from a particular country. So you can't help on that front. So that's what I am saying. There is no best kind of service, but yes, once you will be start using it and you feel that okay, this particular, like, I'll also give you, uh, like, for paraphrasing, some people say that this particular tool is good, some people say that this particular tool is good for paraphrasing. So it all depends what kind of outcome you want. Like, I generally use a multiple, like I use Chat GPT also for paraphrasing, I use Quillbot also for paraphrasing. I sometimes use, there are other softwares, like I use Paperpal also, I use Grammarly also. Even to the surprise, I use Microsoft Word also for paraphrasing. So it all depends upon me what kind of paraphrasing I want. So that depends. So let me first take you. Taranpreet ma'am has shared. Okay, she has not shared the complete one. Okay, a small abstract. So
Actually, I forgot to send you the topic of it. It is
no, no,
actually
no problem. Act as a reviewer of Scopus based journal. Read the abstract, review, and give feedback. So this is a small abstract. Oh, now this is the review. The abstract presents a focus on effective communication, emphasizing its dependency on trust. The literature review aims to share the abstract, however, lacks specificity in details. See, as a reviewer, he's reviewing clarity and specific research gap and contribution, objectives and methodology, conclusion, grammar and structure. So these are the basic review. So you, as a researcher, it will help you to see before sending it to the editor. So you can make ChatGPT to work as an editor, and you can make it whether it would be acceptable or not. So all, again, it all depends on what kind of abstract you are, or what kind of prompt you are putting into to go ahead with the abstract. Now, if I say, now what I said, thanks, based on the feedback, rewrite the abstract. So it is giving me the revised abstract. Now I can't copy it as it is, because the most important thing is, there is no research gaps and all that need to be emphasized. So that need to be done, that is you, that you have to do it. So that Chat GPT will not be able to do. So that particular portion need to be taken care of. Okay, sir has said, could you name a few of such AI tools for literature review and mapping? Uh, for literature mapping, you can use Research Rabbit, you can use LitMap, you can use Connect Papers. So these are for literature mapping. For literature review, again I'll say Scholarcy is good one. Scholarcy is really good one that you can use it. I generally use that. It's very good. It give you very uh, like where it is used. Even site also is very good. Site also Scholarcy. Then for literature review, chat PDF where you can upload a PDF and ask the questions and all. Then you have Elicit, Elicit. That also is very good. Even that is good for mapping and doing the review both. So that is very good that you can use. But remember one thing, now all, because the popularity of these all AI tools, try not to use the free version. So just look into the trial version initially and see which tool serves the purpose, and then you can take the 1 month subscription and then you can use it. Then you can jump to the other one and then you can use it. Like there are a lot of AI tools available to do the data analysis. How many of you are aware of ChatGPT can do data analysis also, you know? Great. Yeah. ChatGPT can use the data analysis as well, but not chat free version. If it is chat 4.0. GPT 4.0 can do your this. What do you say?
Ma'am, in 3.5 also, like if I upload a part of my say data which is in Excel, so it will give me some guidelines as to how I can analyze the data. It won't analyze it, but it can give me some guidelines. Let's say like Python code for analyzing the data.
Yes, sir, it will able to. But I am saying doing the all analysis with the interpretation. That can be done by ChatGPT 4. So you just need to give them the data and it will do all the analysis. I guess Abhijit sir, if you have taken my last session, I have showed how the analysis can be done with the help of 4.0.
No, I
Okay,
don't
last
remember.
session आपने फिर एक नहीं मेरा session attend किया. That time I used Chat GPT to do the data analysis. I showed how data analysis can be done with the help of 4.0. But again, it will support my analysis just like SPSS. Even yes, that's Abhijit sir has mentioned 3.5 can help me to write the codes and everything. That also is very, very helpful. Like if you're not comfortable using your R software or Python, so it will help you to do that. Even for Excel also, like sometimes students face difficulty to identify the function. So that's, I generally make my students to use Chat GPT. Even for Excel, you have different open AI like Excel GPT, you have GPT Excel. ऐसे करके there are a lot of AI tools available to support you to use Excel sheet worksheets, and there are various functions and prompts that can be created using that. Even ChatGPT is also very good. It can give you that particular that if I want an Excel function, which function to use, what is their syntax, explain the syntax. Even for our software also you can use that. If I want to calculate, I'll give you a simple. If I want to like so it will give me the code for calculating mean in the R software, and it will give an example. So this is the code that I can use. So what about Python? So it will help me. It is just a conversation kind of that you can do. So it will give me the whole. how to do it. So you can use chat gpt to create the codes also. Now you don't have to remember the codes and everything, so it becomes easy. In fact, it will help you to identify the research methodology also. Like maybe you are confused in such kind of data set, what kind of research methodology I have to use. So that can also be identified with the help of chat gpt. So that you can do. I have used other gpts as well, like bard and all the versions opera ka bhi bahuton ka aaya hai ai tools, just like chat gpt, and they say they are very competent. I didn't find uh, Basu sir, as you said, the best tool. I find ChatGPT much more easier and convenient to use as compared to Bard and other softwares when I'm talking about you doing the brainstorming. So ChatGPT was very good, and it gave me a very good output, whatever wherever I wanted and I required it, because it has reshaped my abstracts, it has reshaped my proposals, even my profiles. It helped me to prepare the presentation. Very honest answer. The presentation that I was preparing today, it is ChatGPT also contributed in that. Very honest. I'll show you. I have shared the content. So if you look into, I shared the content and tried to make it for my web presentation. So I give the points and ask them to summarize it. So it helped me to make my presentation summary for the presentation. What I have to make the summary for the presentation. So this what Chat GPT helped me for the presentation that I was presenting today. So I generally take support of Chat GPT, my assistant, to work with me and provide workshops like this to you all on this front. So, anything else you have in your mind?
So, ma'am, that means ChatGPT provides us support and reduces our time, what we used to spend in searching with respect to our research. But rest, we have to do it on our own.
Yes, ma'am. That, as I said, nobody can substitute a human. That's really true. Nobody can substitute a human. At the end, human has to do, because it is an artificial intelligence. It's an artificial. You have to make them work. जैसे we say na company is an artificial person and there are people behind who runs the company. So AI is an artificial intelligence. It required people like you and me in to run, to make that software intelligent enough that it can give an output. So that is the main thing.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So let me take you for some do's and don'ts from the different perspectives. Let me take first for research knowledge. So what are the do's? Utilize AI to swiftly identify informations in academic publications. Leverage AI to assist in determining which passages warrant more in-depth reading, and employ AI to comply pretend notes on the term or concept and address the specific research questions. But what you should not do, you should not solely rely on the summaries. Refrain from extracting information or definitions, and ensure proper indication of the passages as direct quotes when saving the notes to prevent plagiarism concerns in the future. That's what I was saying. You can use Chat GPT for brainstorming, but not for writing or from identifying the definitions and all those stuff. For literature reviews, what you have to do to summarize, to decide what is worth reading in depth, to summarize, to critically reflect on your understanding, and to summarize to support your note taking. That what AI tool help you for literature review. What don't we have to use it? We should not simply rely on the summaries. Treat AI generated summaries as the truth without critically assessing it, and simply replace notes on your personal understanding of academic text with AI generated summaries. So don't rely and don't make AI to think for you. As I said, and I'll always say, don't make AI a substitute, make a supportive document with AI. For academic writing, use AI to improve and fast track your note taking. Use AI to keep track of the source of information and notes that you are assembling. Use AI as inspiration on how to summarize and formulate information. And you should not do it fully and solely rely on AI. Copy and paste from the AI generated to text. And even if it is paraphrased, you need to understand, you need to look into whatever the paraphrasing is done by the AI. So this is all for today that I was about to looking into the ethical perspectives, and I request use AI without any fear. Just use it very sensibly. As you are using SPSS tools, Scopus, now the Scopus is also AI based. So how you can say that that you are not using AI? You give a keyword, Scopus identify those papers. These all are AI. That is what other it is literature mapping. It is basically doing the mapping on the basis of their keywords. They are looking at the abstracts and then giving you the whole summary. So everywhere now AI is. Start adapting is and adopting also. So don't adapt only, adopt also, and make your research more qualitative. Not only your research work, I'll say, even in your teaching, engaging students, because trust me, chat gpt can give you lot of wonderful activities and tasks that you can coordinate in your class, and you can make your student engagement at very high level. So that can be done with the support of chat gpt. So you don't need people around you to do the brainstorming, so you have chat gpt to do the brainstorm. So that's all from my side. I hope you people like this session, and you feel worth that yes, this session was fair enough, brilliant for you all, and it contributed towards your research. So if you have any query you want to ask me, please. Any feedback, any apart from any feedback, if you have any suggestion for improvement or any addition that you want, or any session you want in upcoming sessions that you are looking forward, I would be loving to do that. I'll let you know. I am more into qualitative research. So, like, now upcoming session is on SLR and all those stuff. So, I'm also specifically using AI tools. So, if you people are interested, you can contact Bola sir so that we can coordinate sessions like this, more sessions like this, and you can share with your network also to be part of such sessions, so that we can just share our knowledge to more and more people. That's what my main motto is. So please share your feedback. Let me know what you people have, or maybe is there any query or any doubt. Please, it is open house.
Ma'am, please pre-book me for all your future, workshops.
Abhijit sir, promise. I will. I believe you are a part of MTC Global WhatsApp group.
Yes, I think yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, I am.
so I would be, because Bola sir would be updating, so I would always be updating my workshops on that particular platform. Definitely, I'll do that.
Right, right. Okay.
Ma'am, one suggestion here.
Yes.
Like we all have, we are into commerce and management. So apart from research, as regards AI, because today's era is all about AI. So how AI in business and business world can be means how one should go forward as a career in it.
Okay, as a career. Now, ma'am, when I'm
Yes,
talking about
AI
career,
business and how
ha,
something. Yeah.
yes, Anupama, I understood. But when you're talking about a career from the student perspective or from an academician perspective?
Ma'am, both.
Growth. So, from the student perspective, definitely, in terms of AI, if I talk about, you need to be very tech savvy when you're looking into, and in tech savvy, you can go ahead with fintechs. There are a lot of tech companies that have come up. Fintech, regtech. Regtech is basically law plus technology. That is regtech. Regtech. Then you have
It's
real estate technology.
RED, red?
Reg.
REG, okay.
Yeah. So you have RegTech, you have InsurTech, WealthTech, then advisors, chatbots. So students should be aware of these products and services, which will help them to come into the designing, product designing, because MBA students they all are required for product designing as a expert on the subject.
Okay.
Because see, remember one thing. If I talk about this particular AI tool, when we are looking at Chat GPT or any kind of specific like Excel GPT, there is a coder, but he doesn't know about Excel. So they need an expert who is Excel expert who can guide them what kind of prompts and learning they have to make for the software.
Yeah, exactly.
So students have lot of opportunities. There are job opportunities for them, and to create, make them skillful. We as an academician, we need it.
That means someone who does not have a science background can also go forward in this direction, fintech, and as you said,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, yes.
learning
Nowadays,
artificial
there is no
intelligence.
science, there is no commerce. You tell me, I guess with this new education policy, now in 11th, 12th, there is no science stream. If you want physics, with physics, you can have geography also, psychology also, and matlab, it is like whatever you with physics you can have arts and craft also,
Yeah,
fine arts also.
yes, 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 yes. That's a wonderful change.
That is a wonderful change. But again, why? There is no definition of best. There is no definition of good, bad. Maybe for one person, yeah, this is a wonderful change. But others person say, then a person will not get into one stream.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
for medical, you need, they say PCB is required to get into medical. But for an engineer, PCM is required. Then that basics education will have no value. तो हर एक स्कॉलर का, हर एक एकेडमिशियन का अपना अपना व्यू पॉइंट है, हर एक एजुकेटर का
Right.
अपना व्यू पॉइंट है, तो उसमें हम लोग कुछ बोल ही नहीं सकते हैं. So
Yeah,
we don't
exactly.
have. So it's in the same way we need to understand that in which stream we want to go, and especially all these tech based companies they required experts like you and me. So
Right, right. Yeah.
so we all have that wonderful career, and like I guess it is not students who have to worry about it, is people like you and me at this age. We have to study the technology.
Right, ma'am. That's true. That's true.
That is the worst part actually. Whenever I study the technology or I look into an app or something, I sometimes feel अगर यार यही करना तो मैं आईटी ना ले लेती. पहले फाइनेंस पढ़ा, फाइनेंस के साथ I studied maths, econometrics, advanced statistical tools. Now one more burden came to us that we have to read technology, चाहे वो R software हो, Python हो, these AI tools. So you can't ignore. So as an academician though, we have to upskill ourselves, and that too every day.
Yeah, absolutely right, ma'am. Absolutely.
तो वो एक चैलेंज आ गया है फॉर आवर academicians. अब तो जॉब प्रोफाइल में भी आ गया है that you should be well equipped by R software and Python software.
So
What?
that way we are becoming multiple knowledge.
Ah,
That's what we have to pursue. Otherwise, we are out of race.
yes. Now, if a person is an HR person, he will sometimes students and academicians. No, no, I am not good with numbers. Boss, you can't ignore numbers because now the world is business world depends on data and data is number. I hope everyone agrees on that. It is all number game. And if you can't analyze the numbers, you are out of the league. Yeah, any question? I guess Sanjay sir has raised hand if
No, I am appraising your knowledge, your expertise, and enthusiasm. By today, you discussing last since 2 hours with full of knowledge and change. So very thankful to us. You are giving us
thank
this
you.
kind of knowledge.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. It is all because of you people only. It's my, I'm still on the learning phase. So, whatever the queries have, I try to address those queries. So, I hope my in the upcoming sessions also I try to deliver. I'll request Bola sir to go ahead with. I'll go ahead with one more session on AI, specifically on SLR and all. So, how to use AI tools in doing your SLR. So, I'll come up with that workshop with the latest tools so that there are few participants who have already attended my previous sessions, so they should not feel it is a repetitive tools that we already know. So, I'll try to bring new tools in that and make them, and I hope you all, along with your colleagues, you bring as much as like network. We can have a web and we can share our knowledge and come up with more quality of research into this. Definitely, definitely. Thanks a lot. Thanks everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, we look forward to such more sessions, as you mentioned.
Thank you, ma'am. Definitely we'll go ahead.
Thank you
Definitely
very
will.
much. Thank you very much, Fatima.
Thank you, Anupa ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Abhijit sir. Thank you. थैंक यू एवरीवन थैंक्स अ लॉट टाइम फिर ज्यादा आज बढ़िया भोला सर बोलेंगे मैम आप हर बार टाइम एक्स्ट्रा ले लेती हैं
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a wonderful session,
so
and
let's end
on
our session here. So I guess yes, Bola sir is
yeah.
here. Sorry sir, 10
No, no,
minutes,
no, no.
7
See,
minutes extra.
my job is to start the program
Sir,
and
your
end the
voice is,
program. Yeah, can you hear me? Hello. Okay, I think there is some problem. Is there? I
sir, not
think.
able to hear you.
Okay, am I audible now? No.
No sir, no voice.
Oh, okay. Body language.
I guess Bola sir की आवाज नहीं आ रही है, so he's just saying thanks everyone. Let me end it on a good note from Bola sir. Thanks Bola sir for giving me this opportunity once again, and I hope I have given my best. Thanks everyone. See you all in the next workshop. Thank
Definitely,
you.
ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you. Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.